A Palestinian youth lies dead in the street in occupied East Jerusalem. He was one of two Palestinians who'd fired from their vehicle towards an Israeli bus early on Wednesday. The police gave chase and eventually the pair were shot dead by Israeli officers. The authorities say they're not taking any chances.
When we can make arrests, we make arrests. When we have to open a fire and then make an arrest and apprehend the terrorist, that's what we do. But in certain cases when there's no choice and there's life-threatening situations to members of the public, as well as to people who are walking around the streets or our police officers, we have to shoot and if necessary shoot and kill those terrorists.
A short while later, at a temporary checkpoint near Salfit in the occupied West Bank, another young Palestinian was shot dead. Israeli forces said 16-year-old Ahmed Amr had tried to stab officers. This man was approaching the checkpoint in his car. When we heard the shots, he says, Ahmed was about 10 meters away from the soldiers. Different soldiers arriving on the scene fired at him on the ground. They left him bleeding for an hour. Well, the whole town's gathered here to bury Ahmed, just one of so many young Palestinians who've become what they call martyrs to the Palestinian cause. But predicting who'll be involved in the next deadly incident or where that will be is virtually impossible. Tuesday saw renewed violence not just in the occupied territories but also in Israel, including a Palestinian youth carrying out several stabbings in Jaffa next to Tel Aviv. He killed one American tourist before being shot dead. On Wednesday, as he discussed a new military aid package with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the US Vice President called it a heinous attack.
There can be no justification for this hateful violence. And the United States stands firmly behind Israel's right to defend itself, as we are defending ourselves at this moment as well. That's why we've done more to help bolster Israel's security than any other administration in history.
In places like occupied East Jerusalem, each attack brings renewed tension and calls for tighter security. But in the absence of meaningful negotiations between Israelis and Palestinians, few people expect the deaths on either side to end soon. Nadim Barber, Al Jazeera.